Good morning to Doctor and everyone. My name is Lu Jing Yi, metric number 2711979. Today we will present a discussion on the topic of dependency of foreign labor in Malaysia. Malaysia is the third largest of economy in Southeast Asia after Thailand and Indonesia. It has a number of 1.99 million of foreign labour that were registered under the temporary visiting work permit in 2019. There are 65% of foreign workforce from Indonesia, followed by Bangladesh, Nepal, Vietnam, and India. Manufacturing sector had the highest number of foreign labour, followed by the construction sector, plantation sector, agricultural sector, and domestic worker. There are a lot of foreign workers were employed by local industry in manufacturing and production sector because they can reduce the cost and have more labor force as most of the foreign workers are willing to working overtime. Construction sector provide the socio-economic infrastructure for industrial growth and basic amenities such as park, playground, and stadium, and also other basic infrastructure that is needed for a country to have a stable development and to improve the living standard of the society. Hence, Malaysian reluctant to take up many jobs cause many unwanted domestic job vacancies were filled with foreign labor. Thank you.
My name is Shirin Kang, metric number is 2699663. I'm going to talk about the factor of foreign labor demanded in Malaysia. The first is the shortage of foreign labor in Malaysia. Malaysia need to import a lot of foreign labor to solve the labor shortage problem. The presence of foreign labor in Malaysia has become a norm. It is an immediate measurement to solve the labor shortage problem. In Malaysia, agricultural sector is one of the main sectors that facing the problem. For example, high reliance on foreign workers is among the challenges facing by the oil palm industry. Oil palm industry dependent on the foreign labor, constituting about 77% of 431,000 of workers, of which the majority are from Indonesia, Bangladesh, and Philippines. So the next is the foreign labor is cheaper. Foreign labor is much cheaper compared with the local worker. Nowadays, Malaysians are mostly educated. Hence, they are demand the job that are high salary and in a comfortable working environment with no exposure to harsh elements, stench, dust, and others. In contrast, foreign labor will not receive 3D, which included dirty, dangerous, and difficult jobs, which local instantly reject it. Hence, Malaysia has a problem shortage of labor, especially in the 3D jobs. The phenomenon has caused Malaysia has a lot of foreign labor in industries such as construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other. Furthermore, Malaysia has a better economy performance and perspective. Malaysia has a strong economic performance compared to other neighboring countries such as Vietnam, Cambodia, Bangladesh, and others. In fact, the standard of life quality over their hometown is much lower in Malaysia. The country that foreign labor come from are low developing countries and they are still live in poverty. Due to the greater industrialized improvement of economy in Malaysia, foreign labor are more tempting to work in Malaysia. The last is the value of ringgit Malaysia is high. The value of ringgit Malaysia is high compared to the neighboring countries. The primary objective of foreign labor to come and work in Malaysia was to make some fortune and return their home after some time. So, foreign labor are more tempting to work in Malaysia to support their family that stay in their country respectively. Every time they get the salary, they will send the money back home to let their family to use. The reason behind this is because the salary they got in their country is not enough for them to use. Malaysia's currency has higher value compared to their country. When they get the money they send to their home, they will get more money in their country when they exchange the money in their country currency. So, in conclusion, foreign labor has a lot of reason to come to our country. Foreign labor in Malaysia generate much revenue in the Malaysian economy. We cannot ignore the contribution of foreign laborers to our country. Thank you.
My name is Chong Wei Sen, matrix number 269699. Now I want to talk about the effect dependency on foreign labor in Malaysia. The first positive brought by foreign labor is increase in GDP Malaysia. The World Bank study about the contribution foreign worker to Malaysia's economic growth and note that 10% increase in employed low-skilled foreign workers could increase 1.1% GDP Malaysia. It can be not that GDP Malaysia is positively related with foreign workers. The huge contribution of foreign workers is in many of sectors such as sector agriculture, sector plantation, and especially sector manufacturing. Sector manufacturing is the second largest contribution to the GDP Malaysia at 22%. Therefore, the foreign labor is important to the production in sector manufacturing. The second positive effect is cheaper wage cost. The wage cost of foreign labor cheaper than local labor. This is the cost effective that the Malaysia's companies no need to spend more money on the operating production cost. The investment of investors will also increase, especially from foreign direct investment will decrease in the cost of produce goods and service. In addition, the foreign direct investment coming will create more job opportunity in Malaysia and increase the demand for labor also increase. From the negative effect side brought by dependency on foreign labor is deficit in balance of payment. Due to the reason the remittance of foreign labor sent back to their own countries, the remittance will need more demand for the other currency and rent the exchange rate of ringgit Malaysia value out convert with other countries. In 2014, the total remittance volume sent home by foreign workers from Malaysia was RN 28.21 billion, increased 23.2% to RN 24.74 billion in 2015. The other negative effect dependency on foreign labor is increased unemployment rate of local workers. Due to the labor substitution effect, will employee more prefer to employ the foreign workers rather than the local worker because the cost of foreign worker cheaper than the the foreign cheaper than the local worker. According to surveys by the Department Statistics Malaysia, the foreign workforce has been occupied approximately 15% in the total labor force. In short, the benefit brought by foreign labor will more than the negative if the number of foreign labor have control at the particular quantities. That's all for my part.
My name is Wong Kep Ping, metric number 261344. In my part, I will be presenting about the current situation of the dependency of the foreign labor in Malaysia. Foreign labor account as a very big part of the labor force in Malaysia. Until nowadays, there are estimately about 6 million of foreign workers who are staying in Malaysia. As we can see that this number is already counted about 18.6% from the total population of 32.6 million in Malaysia. All these foreign workers can be legally and illegally working in the Malaysia industry. Normally, the foreign worker in Malaysia tends to work under the local or international owned construction site and the factory around the Malaysia. As we can see that the dependency of the foreign labor in Malaysia is very high. This is because Malaysia needs foreign labor to work for the 3D jobs, the dirty, dangerous, and difficult in the plantation, manufacturing, and the agriculture sector. It shows that the foreign workers are covering up to 35% from the total labor force of 15.3 million in Malaysia. From the data, we also can find out that the foreign worker was a massive business market that worth about 2 billion ringgit Malaysia annually that work under private industry. At this situation, some underground network appear try to handle the illegal worker that would save the foreign worker about 5,000 annually in charge and the immigration tax, while the employers are forced the foreign worker to deduct up to 20% of wages as their payment for the accommodation and food. The foreign worker also can be seen to work without the permit, but with the social visit pass that normally work in the restaurant and the shop. They often not pay exactly what they have the agreement done when in their own country, and sometimes they also face to send back home without paying by their employers. But all this does not really stop the foreign labor to come their way to Malaysia to working. The dependency of the foreign labor in Malaysia is still growing up constant, as the Malaysia are the developing country that need a lot of foreign worker. That's all. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Yu Kai Jie with the metric number 271967. Today, I will further explain about the suggestion that we suggested in order to resolve the current issue faced by our country regarding excessive foreign labor. First of all, we propose that the government should reduce the allowed working period of the foreign workers. Currently, the maximum tenure of foreign worker working in our country is 5 years. These 5 years can be extended with another 5 years, which makes it a total of 10 years maximum. However, this 10 years is actually too long, and the proposed allowed working period by us will be 4 years. These 4 years can be extended with another 3 years, which makes it 7 years in total. The reason behind this is based on our research. After long time working in our country, some of the foreigners become very comfortable with the system and the culture of Malaysia. Therefore, even after their working permit expired, they will refuse to return to their origin country. This leads to overflow of foreign workers in Malaysia. With the amendment to the current law, we can avoid this from happening. The second suggestion will be adjusting the working permit fee of foreign worker. For this suggestion, it is actually pretty straightforward. With the increase of working permit fee, industries in Malaysia will highly unlikely to hire foreign worker. This is because if they hire foreign worker, the total cost of their production will increase. Hence, they will opt for a better choice, which is recruit local labor. We can hit two birds in one stone with this suggestion. By this way, we can reduce the unemployment rate of our people and prevent outflow of money from our country in the same time. The third suggestion will be imposing heavier punishment and penalty to those employers that hire illegal foreign workers. At the moment, under the Immigration Act 1959/63, the penalties are Section 55B1, fine of not less than 10,000 ringgit or not more than 50,000 ringgit for each worker illegally hired, or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 12 months or to both for each such employee. Under Section 55B3, if an employer employs 5 illegal workers on conviction, imprisoned for not less than 6 months or not more than 5 years, and shall also be liable to whipping of not more than 6 strokes. It is very clear that all these punishments are actually not enough to stop this illegal act, as our data shows that illegal foreign workers are actually more than legal foreign workers in our country. Therefore, with the increase of heavier punishment on both amount of fine and imprisonment period, both the employer and foreign worker will not even consider to hire or work in Malaysia through illegal means. That's all from me. Thank you.